Most people think that these are just walkie-talkies, but this is actually a full communication system and it works globally. Today I'm going to show you exactly how it works. We got radio, phone app, channels, private calls, everything that's in the works. So this is a 4G LTE POC push to talk over cellular radio, which means it doesn't rely on traditional radio frequencies. It runs over cellular networks, just like your cell phone does. So instead of being limited to, just a few miles like regular walkie-talkies would have, you can talk anywhere there's a signal. If you look at this radio, it's got a metal body, complete metal body. It's got a metal clip on the back. The antenna strength is actually about 2.5 times more stronger than your actual cell phone antenna that's built inside of your cell phone. So it's actually able to reach out about 30 to 40 miles further than your actual cell phone reception will actually get to. So you'll actually be able to reach out and touch a cell phone tower a lot further than what your actual cell phone will. You got your screen, obviously, and then you have all your buttons. You have your function button, and then you have your ups and downs. You can switch groups, you can switch whatever you need to with just your buttons. And then you have your push to talk button, which is on your side. You have your volume up and down button. You also have the knob that's on your top. This knob on this specific radio is actually factory set to adjust your volume, but you can go into your settings and you can go to knob settings, click that, and you can have it to switch groups or adjust volume. I have it to switching groups. So when you're actually in your group setting, you just give the knob a turn and it'll actually change the channel instead of changing your volume. But you still have your volume on your side, so it doesn't take away from your volume settings. And it does go all the way up to level 7, which is ridiculously loud. I normally keep it on 1 or 2, depending on where I'm at. Not 0, but 1 to 2. So if you actually go into your settings there, you hit the green button, you go into groups, hit that again, and this will pull up all of your channels. And this, with my platform, I have, if you do the round robin, you can clearly see I have 100 channels on my platform. So you can scroll all the way down through there. I mean, we've got channels like Gen Chat, Open Mic, Coffee Talk, After Dark, a dispatch channel, traffic, weather, Road Watch, Fireline, Police Net, EMT Live. They're just different kinds of channels for different types of people. You know, people get these radios for different reasons. I have a dad section, a mom section, a parent section, singles, men, women, youth, seniors, a marriage, dating, the neighborhood, community, mental health, wellness, recovery, addiction help. I mean, there's just all kinds of channels that I have in here. Like I said, there's 100 different kind of channels, and each channel is a live communication line. And what that means is basically whenever you are on whatever channel that you are on, you can key up and it'll actually interface with whoever else is in that channel, and it just instantly goes to wherever that channel is at, and whoever's in that channel can listen to you talking, and you can have a conversation back and forth. So that makes it a instant communication live link. So with that, I mean, you just literally let me put it on a channel real quick. And you would just press this push to talk button that's on your side that I had talked about, and you just talk, and everyone that's in that group hears you instantly, as I stated before. There's no dialing, there's no waiting. It is like instant. So this is far from your cell phone. When you're trying to call somebody, they don't answer or anything else. This is a line of communication that is instant, and people can hear you and they can respond back to you. And that brings us to one of the next sections that we actually have that is unique to my network. And well, actually, it's not really unique to the network itself. I mean, a lot of other push to talk over cellular companies are actually doing it, but I'm incorporating it as well, and that is an app that is on your phone. You literally going to download, well, this is in Android. You download Global PTT on your phone, and if you have an iPhone, it is called Zen POC, which is right here. But what you do is, obviously, I mean, you've got your login information and your password, so you just hit login. And here are all of the same channels that's on the radio, just in an app form that is actually on your phone. And all 100 channels are in there. So with that, like if I go to, let's just say, where is my welcome channel? We just put that down right there. And then I get on here and I go to welcome channel. Select that. As you can see, I am on the welcome channel there. It shows me how many people are actually in that channel right now. Right beside the welcome channel, there is one, which is this phone right here. So if you were to key up on the push to talk, you will actually see it key up on the app on your phone. And on the phone, it has the push to talk button right here on the bottom. You can either just press that and start talking, or you can go into the settings. If I can, and you can do custom buttons, and it has push to talk button shortcut. For me, I have it pressed or changed to the actual like up and down button for your volume. So I'm on the welcome channel, and if I hit the up button, I'm speaking, and it comes through on the other radio. So this is basically a cross-platform feature. It's a big game changer. Like I said, I'm not going to say a lot of companies, but there are a few companies that are actually integrating both the radio and the app. And radios and the phones are all on the same network. So as I just showed you, I can talk on this radio instantly onto this phone. If you have the app on your phone, you can instantly just talk on the phone, and it goes straight to whoever has either another phone or a radio. It's all the same platform. There is no difference. So somebody on the radio can talk to somebody who's on a phone instantly, and vice versa. And you're not limited to just to the group chats. You're not limited to just group calls, as they want to call them. You can do a private one-on-one communication as well, and I'll actually put that. So if you go into your radio, you go to members, and as you can see, you just select that member. It'll put a check mark right beside them, and you just hit the push to talk button, and you'll see on the phone it automatically picks up that one person and one person only, and this is a one-to-one talk. You can literally talk to each other all privately. There is nobody else listening in or anything else like that. Now you can actually go through there, and if I'm not mistaken, let me actually go back. Once I exit out, you can see everybody else that has their radio turned on currently right now will pop back up. So if you go, you can actually have multiple people talking. Like it's not just one person one-to-one. So say if you have a business or whatever, and you have multiple team members that you need to have a conversation with at the same time, but you don't need everybody to listen. You can have that, click whoever is in your team, check mark those, and you're good to talk to those privately on the same secured network, not just one-on-one. So there's that private conversation that you can have that's outside of the group setting. And just for me, I think of it like a mixture between the walkie-talkie and a cell phone call. So it's like a phone call, but just in a walkie-talkie form. But like I said, I mean, if you're using this for like business teams, you're using it for security. great for those kind of situations. You know, you can not only have just the group settings, um, you all get the 100 different groups, obviously, but you can also have what we have, 0 channels, which is a private channel that it can be set up for your security group, security company, um, any kind of businesses out there, and it's completely totally private. Nobody can listen in, nobody can um, chime in, nobody can overtalk you or anything else. It is literally a secure private line strictly for whatever purpose that you need it to be. And it doesn't have to be a what we would call a 0 channel. You can name the channel whatever you want, um, but it is completely private. It's outside of the group setting, and nobody else will have that. It's inside of the group. It is strictly just for you and whoever you want it to be in there. These things are great for travel. Like say, yeah, you can go to your local retail store. You can buy, your generic, walkie talkies that are on the shelf. Don't really have a great range. I mean, you basically get in, line of sight range at that point in time. But say, like, if you're like doing a convoy or whatever with a group of people and you're traveling and you have multiple cars going at the same time, you want to keep in communications, but you want to keep your cell phone, either charging or playing a game or whatever, but you want to have that communication. Well, you have that communication line with either one of these, either the phone app or the radio. And with that, it eliminates that sight of, or that line of sight that you get with the retail stores, because these are global walkie-talkies. So as long as you have, cell phone coverage, you can talk. Let's just say one car goes up, 5 miles ahead of you guys. Yeah, I mean, you can still talk to them. You can still coordinate. Like, that car is like, hey, I've got to get to the gas station. I'm already 5 miles ahead of you. This is the exit I've taken, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot quicker than sending a text. It's a lot quicker than, sending or calling somebody. It's instant key up. You're letting them know somebody's listening in. I mean, it's just a great all the way around kind of thing. These are great for emergency communications. There's a lot of police departments out there, a lot of fire EMS companies that are out there that are actually getting into these things because they don't want their private conversations that they really need to be had on the radio publicly out there on a scanner for the public or for the the community to actually listen to. And unfortunately that does happen because the channels that they work on are public channels, and it's it's just frequencies at that point. This is totally different. It's set up totally different, so they have that private chat that they need to have outside of what they can do on the actual 800 or 900 megahertz or whatever channel frequencies that they are working off of. They have the private line set up for that. Great for communities that are out there. Like, yes, I want to bring up the ham community. A lot of ham people are stuck in their way and they don't like change. But I will tell you right now, a lot of ham communities out there right now are jumping on board with this because yes, their main thing, I'm a ham guy as well, but one of the main things that a lot of people want to do as a ham is to see how far you can reach. how far is the person that you can touch out there on a frequency. Well, with this, obviously, with it being a global walkie-talkie, I mean, as long as somebody has, you know, the platform in the program that's, you know, that's on there, they're able to talk to whoever they want to, wherever they are. I mean, the distance doesn't matter as long as they have signal. You know, you have instant talk, and you know, it's not a lot of scrolling through frequencies trying to hit a node or anything else like that. So a lot of ham communities are jumping on board with the push to talk over cellular, and a lot of military people and outfits are jumping on board too, because you know, a lot of them are bound to basically kind of like the same frequencies as, you know, a ham frequencies, and you know, they can only use certain frequencies, and you know, have to have open closed nets, you know, kind of things. And yes, the community can listen in if they're on those kind of frequencies, and you know, not everything is totally secure with open frequencies. So when it comes to communications, these kind of communities want a closed, secure, encrypted kind of communication. And this is a great form of communication that is completely secure and encrypted. Nobody can listen into your private conversations if you're on a private network like that. So a lot of companies and a lot of businesses, a lot of, like I said, police, fire, EMS, military outfits, they're jumping on board with these kind of things. And you don't need to rely on traditional radios anymore. I mean, you've got a whole set of, I mean, there's not just this one radio. There's multiple radios. I mean, there's radios that are out there that have the function of an Android phone. There's, you know, there's all kinds of different radios that are out there. I have several of them that are sitting right here beside me, but I'm focusing more on this one right here. But you also have your phone aspect, so you can communicate either or on a radio or an actual phone. So and that, not only with that, but let's just take into to talks that, you know, there is no distant limit. So, I mean, again, it is instant communication. You have the phone radio integration, and it's scalable for the teams, or for like security teams, fire brigades, police departments, militaries. I mean, it's scalable to, you know, whatever you want to be, you know. And I want to talk about those as being the pros. I want to go through a list of pros and a list of not cons, because there's really no cons with this. I want to talk about realities. So those were my pros. You know, no distance limits, instant communication, radio plus phone integration, and scalable. But the reality is, yes, it does require cellular signal. Yes, it does need a SIM data card, and it does not replace the off-the-grid radios. Now, let me take all that back and sum it up. There's a yes and no kind of part to that reality as well. Let's just say, yes, the cell phone towers go down. Well, yes, you'll be on, you know, on some of the radios out of luck. But some of the radios have built-in Wi-Fi. You can have that set up on Wi-Fi. So as long as you have Wi-Fi, you still have the communication. So I can't really say it's completely off of the grid radios. I mean, if the cell phone towers go out. So with some of the radios that have Wi-Fi capabilities, you're still able to have that communication. With the cell phone, obviously we all know that not most, all of your new modern cell phones have Wi-Fi capability. So as even if you don't have service on your phone, even if your cell phone towers go out, or you didn't pay your bill or whatever, however the case is, you don't have service on your phone, but you have Wi-Fi, you still have communication. So there's a lot of pros with with that aspect. So in the reality aspect, yes, it does require cellular reception. It does require a SIM card if you're outside of Wi-Fi, and it doesn't replace the off-the-grid devices. But like I said, that there's that gray area. As long as you have Wi-Fi, there's a give or take there kind of thing. So I mean, that's just my honest, credible review on the pros and the reality of a push to talk over cellular walkie talkie integrated as well on a cell phone. And this isn't just a radio. I mean, I'm I don't think I can say it enough. I mean, it's a full communication system. So I mean, if you need real-time communications across distance, this is one of the easiest ways to do it. I mean, it's fast, it's instant. I mean, it is what it is. But thank you guys for watching so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this out to anybody and everybody. And if you got any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll get to everybody's answer, and I will give you a response to every answer. So thank you guys for joining.